Hey, yo, yeah, Doug Gord, how you do here with Cajun Soft Wash. Today I want to talk a little bit about making a quick buck and why it's not a good idea, especially if you're in business, and why it's not a good idea for your business. So I, I have to go by my experiences when I'm doing these things and the things that I've seen and the things that I know. So why I feel like going out and purposely trying to make a quick buck. There are times where we do make a quick buck, and that's not really what I'm referring to. Sometimes things happen and it flows better or whatever, and we make more money based on that. But why going out purposely to make a quick buck is not a good idea in my opinion. So two things. Day before yesterday, we went out and I got a phone call, and the gentleman wanted his rain gutters cleaned out. Said he had about 60 foot of rain gutters, and that they were pretty clogged. And I had a truck in the area, so when they finished their job, I had them swing by and look at it. So I had my guy send me a picture and tell me what he thought, time-wise, what it would take to clean out that gutter. Again, only 60 foot of gutter. It wasn't very long. It also wasn't very tall. It was also only about 5, 6, 7 minutes from my shop. It wasn't very far away. Not that that matters any at all. But so we gave the gentleman a price, based on the pictures, based on what my technician thought, and I told he agreed to the price, and so I told my technician, hey, go for it, let's do it. And so after that, it was probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, my technician comes rolling in the door. And I was kind of shocked by that. I thought he would have been out there longer. And so he said, no, it went great, And he said, oh, by the way, here's the cash. The gentleman paid in cash, which is pretty rare for us to have somebody pay in cash anyhow. But I thought about that. So those of you that know me know I often say, are you building a business for today or for tomorrow? And look, this isn't the only thing I'm going to reference. I'm going to reference something else here in a second. But I often say, are you building a business for today or for tomorrow? I could have simply just said, hey, awesome, great, the guy paid in cash. My technician had no receipt or no paperwork with him, so there's no receipt, there's no nothing, whatever, great, blah, blah, blah. And left it at that. But I felt like I had taken advantage of the customer. The reason I felt that way is because my technician had gotten the job done way quicker than what the customer was charged for. So am I building a business for today or tomorrow? I could have just kept the money, like I said, and moved on. But what I did was, like I said, he was 5, 6, 7 minutes away from the shop. So what I did was I hopped in the truck and I went back. And I gave the man some of his money back. And by doing that, he was shocked, right? I mean, he agreed to pay that price for the service. We did the service. Why are we giving money back? But he said to me, I was trying to debate whether or not I was going to get my roof cleaned. And now I know, I'm going to get my roof cleaned, and you're the company to do it. I mean, I can't believe the level of honesty that you just, showed me. Okay, so the price isn't going to necessarily matter. He knows I'm going to be honest with him. Okay, so now let me go a little bit further. I have a very good commercial client. Love this commercial client, and we get all of his work, but we didn't have all of his work before. And this has to do on the pressure washing. So his property manager set out to hire somebody to do a whole bunch of his concrete work. They hired somebody to come in, and this person probably, I have to make some assumptions, probably got overwhelmed with work, and instead of doing a good job, they just kind of did a job, okay? They made the quick buck. By making the quick buck, did they get paid? Sure. They did what the gentleman asked him to do, which was pressure wash the concrete. They didn't do a very good job of it, though. They left black streaks all over the place, okay? So fast forward a little bit, and he hires us to go out and clean some concrete for him. And when we were done, he's like, wow, this looks really good. Okay. So today he called me up and he said, hey, can you go by and look at this other property? This is one of the ones that just a few months ago he had hired another company to go out and clean. And he said, I wish I hadn't cleaned it. It actually looks worse having all these streaks everywhere than it did just all being dirty. It's very noticeable. What can you do? So my point in this is, the company that went out there to make a quick buck. Let's hurry up, let's get this job done, let's not care about the end result. Okay? And you could tell, this is not something where, in our industry sometimes we see people belittling others. Oh, they left all these black streaks, but those black streaks weren't necessarily there when the contractor left. That's not the case here. These are black streaks that were left when the contractor left. It was not a good job. Okay. So far with this client, we've done somewhere already in the past 6 months, close to probably 800,000 square feet of concrete. We'll probably do another 800,000. We have another, probably another 400,000 scheduled with him. And we'll do more. Every job he's got, he'll call us. So my point is that by trying to make a quick buck, they did that. The company did it. They made a quick buck. They went out there, they did a quick job, they made a quick buck, and then they left. And guess what? Now they're never getting hired by him again. Okay? You made your quick buck, you're down the road. Great. I think you're absolutely wrong for doing that. Sometimes in this business, what happens is you get this big contract, and you don't know what to do with this big oh man, I got to get all this done. Look, be honest with your client to begin with. Wow, I mean, hey, I appreciate it. I got all this work from you. Give them a realistic time frame to getting those jobs done instead of going in and just trying to quickly get them done. Do the right job. Do the best job you can for your client every single time, right? Because they're going to respect that the job is done well. It's done right, okay? That will get you repeat business, referral work. You'll make more money off of that than you did off of that quick buck. Here's the problem with a quick buck. A quick buck puts money in your pocket right now, but it sacrifices money in the future, right? So even though you got it, it's in your bank account, it's in your beer basket, whatever it is that you've done with that money, you haven't done yourself or your business any good by doing that. By doing something to make a quick buck. So my point, again, very simply that, are you building a business for today? Or are you building a business for tomorrow? The quick buck is not a today business. It's just not. Or it is I said that backwards. If you're out there to make a quick buck, you're building a today business because you always have to go out. We typically stay booked out a good ways. We don't advertise. We got a little tiny ad running here and there just because, but we really don't advertise. We really don't do any marketing. Now, we've got our trucks wrapped and our shirts on and our hats, and I got long hair it's COVID time right now, and you can't find a barber, so I got long hair. Anyhow, so for me, I don't do any marketing. I don't do any advertising. And we stay very, very busy. We keep all of our trucks. Right now, I think we're booked a month and a half out, almost 2 months, something like that, which is not a good thing. I don't like being booked out that far, and I've said that before. We're in the hiring phase. We're building another truck. But if I had been building a business, so my point in that is that I don't have to go chasing business every single day because I'm building a business for tomorrow. I am doing a great job for clients every single time. And in this case, he sees that. He sees that, hey, this guy was a little bit cheaper, but I got to redo his work. So, and we're not that much more than the other guy was. And we're doing a lot better job. And the guy knows it. So now we have long-term work from this guy every year. We will be doing his work. And every year when he'll be like, okay, now let's do this batch. Now let's do this. Now let's do that. by simply building a business for tomorrow, I have a repeat customer. They'll always be using us, always be using us. The guy that went in there to make that quick buck, he's down the road, he's gone. So I appreciate y'all for listening to me. Doug Gore, Cajun Soft Wash, WD here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Build a business for tomorrow, not for today. Don't worry about that quick buck. That quick buck will only put money in your pocket right now, but you'll be struggling to make that buck every single day. I appreciate y'all. Out of here.